Elon Musk is in a worse position than any of us thought, and the Tesla boycott might actually bankrupt him. We did it, Joe. No, all of his net worth is not wrapped up in Tesla. That's not what it is. What it is, do y'all remember back when Elon Musk bought Twitter? Do you remember whenever that happened and he spent $1,000,000,000 on Twitter? Whenever that happened, that was about $11 more than all Elon had on him at the time. And so what he had to do was take out loans to buy Twitter. Now, when you take out a loan, you usually have to provide some kind of backup for what you will give the person who gave you money if for some reason you can't repay their money. So like when you buy a house, it's the house. If you don't pay the bank back the money, they're just going to take the house from you. But the people Elon got the loan from did not want Twitter. They don't care about Twitter. So what Elon had to give as collateral is the value of Tesla. He's using Tesla's value as collateral on the loans that he took out to buy Twitter. Well, guess what happens if Tesla has no more value? The originators of the loans will call the loans back in. AKA, they'll say, since we don't have any backup anymore, you have to pay us back all of this money you took out right now. And let us recall that is about $11 more than Elon has on him. So what will happen? What will happen if the value of Tesla drops so low that his loans get called in and he'll be screwed? If that happens, that will inevitably kick off some legal proceedings that will quite likely bankrupt him in order to force him to pay back his creditors. All because he fucked around with being unlikable too close to the sun and is now finding out the hard way that he is too pasty white to go without sunscreen.
Seems the fuck around and find out season is catching up with everyone in the United States, and the latest of them being Elon Musk himself, the Doge creator. So Elon Musk has lost billions in recent days after his Tesla business was boycotted, and some of his cars have been destroyed not only in the United States but also in Europe, in Australia. People have been trying to boycott, or people have been coming out to boycott his business. And angry Americans have come out to react on how Trump seemed to support Musk and acted kind of a car salesman. So no one has been spared. You told that you fuck around and you find out. So I want us to jump into these clips, watch these different clips. Credits to these creators, by the way. But before that, kindly, if you're here, make sure that you subscribe this channel, support me, take me to 1,000 subscribers, and then after that, make sure that you like this video so that it can be pushed to as many people as possible. Don't forget to leave a comment, because I'd like us to have a conversation going on back in the replies, and then turn on post notifications so that every time I post a new video, you'll be the first person to get notified about it. But right about now, let us jump straight into it.
Hand me the black and mild. So you want to get into it? Let's get into it. Crying those creamy ass Caucasus mayonnaise crummy ass tears on TV on Fox Live is damn sure not going to save that failing ass fuck ass company of yours. It damn sure ain't gonna make nobody feel bad for you. The audacity of your ass, the audacity of you after you just tried to take over the entire country and turn it into an authoritarian country and turn it into a dictatorship after trying to strip hard-working and hard-paying American citizens of their rights, their civil liberties, and all that they have worked for. The audacity of you to get your ass on this screen after everything that you have done to us globally. And to think that your crocodile crummy ass tears was going to move somebody. Take them creamy ass tears and shove them where the sun don't shine. Take them to somebody who gives a fuck. Preferably your 14th baby mama. I'm sure she would love to catch them tears. But over here, we don't give a damn.
Well, yesterday we witnessed one of the most expensive car commercials in the history of the world as Donald Trump was selling the Tesla to the American public. That's right, as everything is plummeting, he's trying to save his boy here. And that's not even the worst part. Trump is proposing the idea that if you vandalize a Tesla, you will be charged as a domestic terrorist. Yes, that will be a domestic terrorism charge. And I can't even believe I'm saying this out loud, and we are actually here. If you vandalize a Tesla, you are a terrorist. And for those who don't believe me, here's the article. Trump said he would be open to labeling those who perpetuate violence against the company as domestic terrorists. And just to be clear, that would be domestic terrorism. But if you storm the Capitol and try to overthrow democracy, you get pardoned, nothing happens to you, everything's good. But if the guy who helped you become president and your buddy, if his cars are getting vandalized and people are boycotting, that could be domestic terrorism. And as people continue to boycott the Tesla and the stocks continue to plummet, Trump and the Fox boys are out here trying to promote it as the best thing ever. And these are the links they're going to protect their rich friends. Let the record state it. This is a truly insane story, and we are delving further into insanity with each passing day. Continue to boycott the Tesla. Do not continue to support terrible people. And if they have to label us all as domestic terrorists, I guess that's the age we're in.
Tesla. Going on now at the White House Tesla Auto Mall. It's the biggest sale of the year.
Y'all. Y'all, they're saying that Trump is not a car I'm actually in tears. What the fuck? They're saying that Trump is now a car salesman. Oh my god, the president of the United States is selling a Tesla at the White House?
All right, so I'm on my coffee break today, but I'll kind of keep this short. There's a lot of talk about Tesla stock tanking, and great, that's awesome. Stick it to Elon. People aren't buying Teslas, things like that. Stock prices plummeted about 35%, I think, since like for year to date or something like that. That's awesome, right? Like, make them pay with your pocket. The only thing that I'll say to that is that Elon has a lot of capital, and he's able to leverage money against different assets he has. And although Tesla is about 43% of his assets, it's not everything. So just be mindful that if Tesla stock dips below a certain point, it just gives Elon the ability to buy the stock back at a lower price point, thereby giving him more equity in the company. And the thing that I've noticed as somebody who's been investing in the stock market since about 2018, so that's about 7 years now, is that the stock market's memory, financial market's memory is incredibly short-lived. People will hop on some sort of bandwagon, some sort of train, and then 6 months later, it won't even be a memory. People forget about it. So just keep that in mind when we're kind of talking about this anti-Elon, anti-Tesla sentiment. It's just worth noting. And Arden, no, I'm not driving. I'm parked outside where I'm getting lunch. So,
the American economy this week has seen flames. And let's call a spade a spade. He, alongside Mphatsi Trump, are the biggest problem. This one is not a politician, number one. Number two, he is not a genius, as much as the white media and the propagandist media reports have been portraying him for years and years and years on end, acting like he's a tech genius, a creative, an innovator. He has created absolutely nothing. If you want to know the truth about Tesla, these are the guys that founded Tesla, electrical cars. Wangena Elon Musk moved them out of the way. He made himself CEO and even removed them from history. Whoever talks about Mark and Martin? Nobody, because why? Elon got in there and took over, and he's been getting away with these things for the longest time. Now, Elon is now the head of ideology within the Trump administration, and his office or administration's duty is to make sure that government spending and they don't spend or use imali unnecessarily, which is hypocritical of him because Tesla was funded by the government and is sustained by the government. So is SpaceX, so is Hyperlink Loop, so is Neuralink, so is anything Delaware, is funded by the American government and taxpayers' money. And ever since he's been meddling money from other countries or USA, while he, as Tesla, gets tax breaks, is subsidized, and he gets grants to sustain that no one is buying anymore. Ever since Bafagama tariffs in other countries, Tesla has gone down. The market, it's gone down by half its worth right now. But in Canada, there is a suspicious activity that's happening with Tesla, right? So Tesla, angithi no one is buying it, even though the electrical car market is seeing increase of sales in every part of the world. Tesla kodwa abayithengi abantu, right? In Canada, ever since we're busy been with Canada, in Canada, Tesla is selling like hotcakes. And no one understands ukuthi kanjani. And even the reports are saying ukuthi they are selling ama dealership awu-4 kuphela. They are selling Teslas like 8 to 10 Teslas per hour. Which dealership have you ever seen? So now they are pushing. Australia has problems with storage. Some Tesla because they had agreements with a lot of countries. Would you buy these Teslas? The Starlink Kenai is very suspicious, but nothing that he does, and
So Elon Musk is likely to go bankrupt, and here is why. So Elon Musk took a huge loan to finance the purchase of Twitter, which he changed it into X. And there are people who, of course, supported him to do this. So the Wall Street helped Elon Musk to raise $13 billion through banks like the Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Barclays and Societe Generale to raise this $13 billion in order to purchase Twitter. Tesla was the only collateral in that business. You know, when you take a loan, you're supposed to have a collateral. Like if in case anything happens, in case anything happens, that collateral is going to be used as a compensation for the money. For instance, a lot of banks, if they help you to build a house and you fail to repay back that loan, they will repossess that house. So in this case, Tesla is the collateral. Now that Tesla is losing value, he might be forced to repay back everything in full, and this will leave him with almost nothing, right? So what can we say about this? Him being on the verge of losing his business or going bankrupt is like having a taste of his own game. The game he started, of course. Just like Americans lost their jobs, he's about to lose his business, and people do not care about a damn thing. Like, it is your problem. It is your problem. You caused this. And it is said that do not cut or stain the hand that feeds you. Or back home here in Kenya, we say that do not insult your father if you have no idea of where your next meal will come from. Musk did all that. He forgot that his customers had money to support him. He forgot that he was the power. He was the money, has the power, because he cheated on his loyal customers. The people who are supporting your business, the people who are buying from you, you are the person who is engineering games such as people losing jobs, people having less money in their pockets to spend, so they have low spending power. People are getting fired from government jobs, from private investors, because they cannot sustain, of course, the economy is harsh, and these are some of the orchestrators of the whole situation back in the United States. So these people are trying to fight back, right? They have the money, they purchased from him, so he was the money, definitely has the power. So Trump was seen trying to save his boy, and he did like a commercial at the White House, trying to come and also trying to sell Elon Musk's Teslas. So it has been published in the news, different news articles, like Trump is trying to come up with policies that are going to help Musk become immune to these boycotts, and these policies are like if you caught boycotting Tesla, or if you caught destroying Tesla, you're labeled a domestic terrorist. You know, it is funny. It's funny. It is kind of funny. So you guys back in America are really fun. Your president is a car salesman, and then he goes ahead telling you that if you boycott Tesla, you'll find you quote destroying Tesla, that you become a domestic terrorist. Anyway, it is like Elon Musk tried to move too close to the sun, and definitely is getting burnt mercilessly. And this is because people back home in South Africa, they don't want him. They don't like his policies because he is originally from South Africa, originally in quotes from South Africa. And back in the United States, people are boycotting his businesses. In Canada, they are doing more more investigations on him. Poor boy was born a bad day, man. So the boycotting and cancelling is enough to make him understand that the people are tired. And as the adage goes, do not use a hammer to kill an ant stuck on your testicles. Do not use a hammer to kill an ant stuck on your testicles. Americans are using the best ways possible to make sure he's feeling their pain. Right? Because if Americans decide that we're going to go out in the streets, we're going to protest, we're going to riot because we don't like Elon Musk and Donald Trump. No, the way you're boycotting businesses, the way you don't want to support these businesses or these oligarchs and billionaires, that is fine. That is pretty fine. That is pretty nice. And I must commend you for that. I don't know what's your take on this, but I'd like us to have the conversation going on back in the replay. So that means you should leave a comment there. Tell me what you feel or what you think about this video. And then don't forget to share this message to your brother and sister. And most definitely subscribe so that we can become a community and a family. Turn on post notifications so that every time I post a new video, you'll be the first person to get notified about it. But right about now, I must say goodbye and I hope to see you in my next video. Sound and of good health. Peace out.